So today we're going to be ranking every single vehicle in Fortnite. Now we'll be ranking them based off of two factors. So firstly, how good they were in terms of getting around the map quickly, and secondly in terms of how fun they were to use. So as you can see on screen right now, the tier list, we've got a load of different vehicles to get through. So we're just going to get straight into it with the ATK. For me, probably just going to put it in decent. I think it was a decent vehicle, especially compared to some of the other ones on the list. I think it was really good at the time, but since then we've definitely received a lot more insane vehicles that definitely were more fun and a lot better to get around the map in. Moving on, we have got the Quad Crasher. Now these ones, low-key I have to put this one in the best. I think this vehicle was, in terms of getting around the map, it was really good because you could drive it on the land, and you could also do that thing with the ramp where you could go up the ramp, boost, and then you could pretty much fly with this. So it was so good in terms of getting around the map, and I think you could literally fly or just drive it on land. So I think it's got to go on best. I hope they do bring it back as well because it was such a good vehicle. Now in terms of the planes, obviously these released in Season 7 with the Christmas season. And I think at the time they were kind of annoying because they had like the rockets and it kind of destroyed builds, but I think they did patch it so you couldn't actually destroy builds in the plane, so that made it a lot better. And it was pretty cool to see an air vehicle, so I'll put it in the epic section there. Now, in terms of the boards, as you can see on screen, the hoverboards there, I think I'll probably put them in average. I think they weren't the best in terms of getting around the map, even though they were kind of different. Probably not my favourite vehicle that we've had. Next up on the list we have got the cannon, which I don't think is even considered a vehicle, but I don't know, it's on the tier list anyway. Probably just put it in average again. I mean, in terms of getting around the map, it's good. You could just jump in it and then just go flying. But other than that, really, it just didn't really do much. Now next up, the Baller. Now for me, this was probably one of my favourite vehicles we've ever had. And again, I really hope they bring it back soon because, it was just so good. You couldn't really get shot unless the whole vehicle got destroyed. And it was just so good for getting around the map, for just, getting high ground. You could literally do anything. I think the Baller was definitely one of my favourite vehicles. And for me, I'm going to put it in the top tier as well. I really enjoyed using that one. Now next up, we've got the Mechs. Again, wouldn't really consider it a vehicle. It's more just like a robot that you can move around in. But I guess it does kind of count as a vehicle. But where am I going to rank it? It's going to have to be in the bottom tier. I mean, we've got to have something in the bottom tier. And it's got to be this one for me. In terms of getting around the map, it was pretty slow. And other than that, whenever you come up against it, it was just so OP. Just definitely my least favourite. Next up we have got the helicopter. And this one again was really cool because we haven't really had many vehicles that you could fly around in, other than the planes of course. This one, it was pretty simple, just a simple helicopter that you could just fly around the map in. Really good in terms of getting around the map. You could literally go from one side of the map to the other side in like a minute or two. Very easy to use, and I'll probably put it in the epic section again. Really good vehicle, not my favourite compared to some of the others, but it was very good. Now in terms of the shopping carts, now these ones, I think this was the first ever vehicle we had back in Season 3 or Season 4 Chapter 1. And at the time obviously it was a load of fun because, it was just the first ever vehicle. And it was, good fun to use, it was something different, it was good content. But looking back, if we had this now, it wouldn't really be the best in terms of getting around the map. But in terms of the other factor, which was enjoyment, it was pretty fun to use, so it does get some extra points for that. But I'm probably going to have to put it in the average section because it definitely wasn't the best. Moving on to boats. This was really cool as well because you could get around the water really easily using boats during the early stages of Chapter 2. And again, just a simple vehicle really, nothing insane about it. I think they did have rockets on them though, which is pretty insane, but it was just a boat. I'm probably just going to put it in the decent section. It was a decent vehicle. Speaking of vehicles in water, next up we have got the Shark, which again, I guess it is considered a vehicle because you could get around on them. And this one was just insane, like the fact that we had sharks in Fortnite you could ride around in the water with the fishing rods. I mean, this was so good at the time during Chapter 2 Season 3 when the whole map was flooded as well. So in terms of getting around the map, they were perfect because most of the map literally was water. Also, you did get loot from eliminating the sharks as well, so I think that's definitely some bonus points there. And it was just a load of fun to use. So the sharks, I'm going to put them in the epic section. It was a really good vehicle there. And then last up we have simply just got the cars. And these ones are probably the easiest to use, but yet the best, because if you think about a vehicle, these ones just work the best. They're simple, They haven't got any insane missiles or anything, you know, that they're not annoying to come up against. They just get you from one place to another place, which is the whole purpose of a vehicle. And I think it's probably just going to have to go in the top section. You know, they've got the boosts as well, so you can get around the map while boosting, you can give them fuel. And I think they're just super convenient to use and getting around the map. And I think, you know, it's just got to go in the top section because the cars, they just work the best. So there we have it, that is my tier list. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more. And there's a lot more videos on screen here. Make sure to click another one to keep on watching, and I'll see you over there.